It's me too.
Good evening, folks. Another episode. Admittedly, yes, this may look confusing because we're in a different location, like I explained, because we were preparing to go get the next load of Pokemon. I actually went and accessed my box and bought some items. I bought some repels, bought an escape rope. I actually started recording to go do that first section and then realised, oh, I'd messed up. We needed a Pokemon now. So I had to redo everything. Ended that recording, deleted it because it was pointless. We just got a phone call from the egg guy, so we're going to go deal with that. Clicker. So our Larvitar has laid an egg. Daycare egg. Sweet. Oh, fuck. Yeah, admittedly, we like went into the whirlpool area. But the second Pokemon was a new Flash. Alright. Still got Diglett with us. We tried to level Diglett. Well, we actually battled Liz, the picnicker. We got Diglett some experience in that little recording. It was nothing majorly impressive. Literally sent out my cargo and just flame plumed everything. Actually, no, to begin with, we were actually trying to use Smog, and for some reason, she's just very resistant to being hit by Smog. Don't know how it works out. This is only so we bought some repels. We bought. Ooh, don't use the skip rope. We use the repels. So the first Pokemon we're going to be dealing with today is going to be Seadra. We can go and get it in this area out using the Super Rod, and it will come in up to level 30. The other Pokemon in the area are up to 25. So, skirt around without touching the sand. If we can get back down there, we can potentially catch us a Seadra. We brought you just because you Bash. Billy. I guess we traded to get you, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, we traded to get you and the Electrode we got via that machine thing where it was working around. So, on this right, I think I have. Yes, this is the right area. Bottom of here, there is a lot of water. Come to, and we need to swap in our level. Oh, we need to do level up our Diglett. Yeah. Not the best Pokemon to be. Now everything can still spawn because Diglett needed one level. Sucker point. If I get hit though, I'm going to go down. So we'll just swap out. He only needs about 500 experience more. Try to use a water type. Why is it faster than me? Hopefully. We can just level up the Diglett here quickly. More battles should do it. Careful. We're off. Come on. Slam. Still doing about. So, 26. Earth power. Slap, give it up. Sure. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad we. I didn't delete that thing now. Open some. Sure. Right, so, we've got Duck Trio. Wasn't expecting that this episode. I actually thought it'd be like 30s, but anyway, now he's that level. The only Pokemon that can appear here now is Seadra. So they only have a 10% odd chance to catch up, to spawn in, but it does mean, oh, we can just go back and forth until it does eventually show up. Go to male. Needs to be a female. That's the only problem. There we go. Now we've done that. Pokemon. Smeargle, Swift. Swipe. Swipe. Nice. Nice, so that's one Pokemon down. Pokemon, no, bag. Bag, escape rope, use. Get up here. Pokemon, fly. Right, now the most annoying part. The next thing we need to do is we need to go to Safari Zone. Yay. Who doesn't love the Safari Zone? We're going to heal first. There's a couple Pokemon we need to get from here still. I did say we didn't need to catch any wilds, but this is purely for the... So this is purely for living decks. So I figured we might as well get the living decks sorted. We wanted to bring Ricardo back. Not Ricardo. We wanted to get some of the living decks caught up. And if you do a little bit of time manipulation at the same time. Jesus Christ, I forgot about that. Just time and dates. Set manually, change. Set for tomorrow, it's done. For dawn. The morning time. 5 AM. Do not remember which areas we need off the top of my head. Luckily, I have this. No, not a page. This page. Here we go. Ooh, back a bit one. Alright, it's not Clefairy. Who we have to Grimer, who has a 10% chance to appear. Oh, Surfing has a 30% chance to appear in the marshlands. That's better. Just there, we've already got it. Sweet. Who else was we after? Shit, I've actually forgotten. Oh, I know we want Clefairies. Oh, and Paris in the Swamps. One next to it? No, it's what on. Switch. Oh, great, we got rid of Relegator, didn't we? No, because I've only just noticed that we could use Surf to increase the odds on Grimer. Relegator. Swap with. Perfect Pokemon, really. Relegator. Repel War off. Brilliant. So, let's get in there. So we need one Grimer. We need... Oh, who's we just looking at? Paris. We also need to get Clefairies and a Misdreavus, because we do not have a second Misdreavus. We did try and we failed last time. Don't want either. Small, that's the only problem. 30% chance the Grimer is going to show up, so 15% chance that we'll get a female Grimer. Very small patch of blood. And we also need to get a Clefairy. Or two. Probably go for 2. But I think Misdreavus only has like a 10% chance to show up. I know Clefairy definitely only has a 10% chance. There we go. Oh, sweet. That's one down. Here we're after Paris. 30% chance to show up as well, I believe. Why we chose this, because the other area was 15%. Great. You can't hold moonstones, which is a shame. Love to be able to get a moonstone. You only need one. Female Paris. Sorted. I don't know what areas we have. If we can straight up leave. Yep, it's fine, bud. Okay, next up we want this Drevis. Shows up at night, 30% chance in the forest. Did you have a forest there? Forest. And we want Clefairy, I think, meadows. Night, it has a. Oh, in a meadow. Which. Meadow. Finally. Final avatar. Doesn't appear at night. That's a shame. We should have used the last of our time at that last one. Try and get female avatars. But what we can do is, because we're going to have to set this to night now, change times. Would be not to do this quickly. Change. What we will be doing is we will get these two Pokemon we're after now, and whatever time is left, we will dedicate towards avatars. But most importantly, as much as we need these Clefairies, this is the most important one. I don't remember what we're after. Mischievous, that's the one. That's what we're after. Really? Oh, that was quick. Screen mouse. If I set the mouse to no longer record on the screen, I best sub main. Make a choice. I don't want to be annoying you with my cursor on the screen because it's quite often on that screen. If we can get a female Clefairy, brilliant, because that means we've got the. We don't have to evolve a Cleffa. If it's got a Moonstone, even better. But I'm not holding out for it holding a Moonstone. It's a 5% chance for it to hold a Moonstone. We still have better odds of our mother giving. Well, so we need two female Clefairies. I will take any Clefairy that appears on the screen. Even if it's male, we will still throw balls at it because there's a chance it has a Moonstone. 50% chance it'll hold a Leopard Berry as well. I don't think we need Leopard Berries, but hey, berry. Let's set the time correct, right? Time-ish. Berries, yeah. Oh, and Clefairy, and it's male. Every Clefairy we've seen so far has always been male. Apart from, well, yeah, actually, yeah, we've only seen two Clefairies and they've both been male. 25% chance that they're male. So that's one for the box. I'd like another one. Very tempted. 3 just to make sure. Male one. Chances got a stone, so it matters. We still need another female though. Keep going until we get another female Clefairy. I'll do it. It has to be a court female Clefairy. No way. Right with the Strider, everything is level 17, so we can't even use repels to our advantage. Or 16, right? It's up. Every Pokemon in here can be the same level, basically. You can all go up to level 17. The lower end, different. Some will drop down to 15, some will only stay up at 17, but you can't exactly manipulate it to giving you a very specific Pokemon, because you can't get rid of them. I think this is probably one of the hardest Safari zones. Safari zone episodes. But we're doing quite well. I mean, we've caught a few Pokemon for the index that we needed. We actually caught a Clefairy. It's the first time we've... Oh, it's not the first time we've caught a Clefairy, is it? First time we've got a female Clefairy. Odds of them showing up a male Clefairy are very low, but we seem to encounter more males than females. I don't think there's going to be any time dedicated to Avatar at this rate. Some more female avatars. Pretty female ones this time. I was hoping though some of those fairies we've got actually have a moonstone. At least one of them's got a moonstone. I will be so happy. One less stone we have to try and get from male. I don't think that the odds of this is actually 25% for males. I think it's lying to me. We've encountered 3 males and 1 female. That would say the odds are the other way around. I know they're not. I know the female ratio is a lot higher. But still. Well, sweet. That's another third one. That's the 2 females. Right, we'll slightly adjust the time again. Time. Set to 4 AM. 5 AM. We go to this area. Now there's avatars. And for the remainder of this episode, maybe to try and catch 2 female avatars. It's going to be almost as bad as the Clefairies. Not worse than the Clefairies. Odds on avatars are really low. Well, I mean, to catch. The catch rate on avatar is very, very low. And we cannot guarantee female. I mean, the ratio is 50-50. Unlike the Clefairies where it was like, catch every Clefairy, this is just, we need females. We don't need a male. We've already got a female Clefairy, avatar, which means we can breed it. So we don't need other breedable Pokemon, damn it. That's fine. Use more avatars. Now, if I really wanted to, I could actually hack the game again. Change the odds of the avatar to like 90%. Change catch rate on it to be 90%. I'm not going to do that, obviously. I'm bad enough trying to bloody hack it. Right. No, I wouldn't be surprised if the lava tag actually has a hold item. It has a 5% chance to show up, so it's a 5% of a 5%. In males? Where's all the female avatars? We've thrown balls at like 2 avatars so far, like 6 we found. Definitely due a female one. I just had to realise that that's actually flashing every time we do this. I hope that's not causing anybody to have problems. Oh, bloody male, for God's sake. Bothering me in the slightest. I mean, I'm used to seeing flashy lights. Military and all that, so you know, we've got gun flashes whenever we fire at night. Actually quite impressive to look at. Trick flares, you know, oh. I remember it once in training, very, very long time ago. Our third tactical exercise. Second one. I don't know which way around they are now. I think it's maybe the second or third tactical. Either way, they have this old village that they use. I say village, it's like a cul-de-sac and like a house off to the side. Essentially, it's all just military stuff. It's all empty. You know, there's no electrics, there's no waters, really, anywhere. There is a small building though that has some toilets in it, and it's on the other side of this roundabout area that we've harboured in. I remember once it was like I can't remember what time. It was like evening-ish. There's still a lot of light, and really needed shit. Surprisingly, always that with those soldiers. And I had to go. So usually we're supposed to go buddy buddy, but I didn't. I just told somebody, "All right, I'm off to the toilet. Keep an eye on my stuff." Took my weapon and my rifle with me because you always got to have your stuff kit with you. Helmet was on, body armor was on. You're all suited up, suited and booted. And across this roundabout, didn't go around. Oh shit! Didn't go around. You know, I literally went straight across it. What I didn't realise is one of our sister platoons that was with us, part of our company. They'd actually put in more defences than we did. You know, we'd put the barbed wire in round our end, but our sister platoon, they had trip flares. And they'd set one up between this bush and this building, and I didn't know they'd done it. I actually went back and spoke to our lads in our platoon, like, you know, they put out trip flares, and I'm like, no, we didn't know that they had them. So the trip flare, I didn't see it. So as I'm walking off to the toilet, I saw the trip flare in the bush. Oh, God damn it, got away. So there's probably somebody at the stag just watching me and he's probably going, no, don't. Oh, for fuck's sake. Walk straight into his foot. And that's an exercise where we get attacked by enemy, and it happens quite a lot. They like attack you like every few hours. They attack you throughout the night, and that, so you're constantly on guard. Because the whole idea behind exercises is you set up defenses, you're defending this position from attacks, which happen, say, regularly, and then eventually they start amping up the threat level towards us. So it will go from, oh yeah, there's just a small skirmish coming on, to, oh, we're getting attacked by like 2-3 fire teams. Oh, there's a platoon coming in. Oh, they're starting to use chemical weapons on us. Start wearing you got to carry your respirator on you at all times. Okay, the threat level's gone up again. You need to start wearing your hazmat suits at all times. Okay, now you got to a point, oh, you need to have your hazmat suits on and your respirator on for this period of time, because they're going to be consistently bombarding this area with gases and vapors and all sorts of stuff. And then I think it's like the second to last night, they do what we call bugging us out, which the non-military people, that means they essentially attack our position with overwhelming firepower. So it's, well, it depends on it. Generally, if you're doing like a harbour area, like if you're in like a forested area, you do a little triangular base with all 3 sections and your sentries and all that. We get attacked in there and then we bug out anyway. But this was like, I'm trying to describe. Right. Essentially, bugging out means where we get attacked to the point where we believe we have to leave the area. So, like I say, if we're in a forest area and we're getting attacked, we've been compromised. The enemy has found us. We need to leave this area because it's not safe anymore. They can artillery shell us. They could decide to airstrike that area, gas the area, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. So we leave the area, we go somewhere else. We'll harbour up again, and we'll carry on. Because with a village, they can gas us, they can bomb us all they want. We've got buildings, so we want to keep it. So on this one, let's say they have to amp up the attack power. Shelling us. I believe there's mortar strikes. They've got like speakers in some of like the cupboards that simulate mortar rounds coming in. So we know, you got to get down, do the drills for that. Say gas attacks consistently, and then eventually they amp up the attack so badly with so many men attacking the position. We have to leave this village. You have to give up our defences. It's not a defensible position anymore. They can have it. We leave it. All the barbed wire is still in. All the tripwire is still in. Leave the area. We go off to another area. We say we're in full hazmat with respirators on. Got to get all our kit on, and we've got to leg it. And it's a good 2 mile run. Get to this new area, decontaminate ourselves, get congratulated of, congratulations, you actually survived that attack. Right, you're going to go from here. We dispose. We get rid of all of our hazmat gear, apart from our respirators, because that's a personal item. Actually, I think our respirators, we have to label them. We get rid of them as well at the time, because contaminated. So all of our vast majority would say is our hazmat kit. All gets bagged up, gets sent off for destruction because it's contaminated. We disappear off. We do a few reconnaissance, get our heads down for the night. We did a night reconnaissance, if I remember correctly. You get eyes on the village, you're watching them. Then sweet, got another one. Nice. Go away, mouse. Clicking on it. We did a night reconnaissance straight into an ambush next morning. And then you've got to retake the village. But it's such a pain, because when you're retaking the village, all the defences we put in are still bloody there. So, the sandbag hangars, all built. The area that we sandbagged off so that you can't really get through it, still there. All the barbed wire, still there, so we're being channeled into certain areas. And then we've got to retake this entire bloody village. Kill all the enemy in it. Well, neutralise the enemy that's in it. And it's such a freaking pain. I actually remembered that. I had to do this exercise more once because I got injured during training and had to go back and redo stuff. So it's a known thing. I dropped a machine gun on myself. Very, very painful. I actually remember it. There's like a tower right in the middle. And my section had moved up to this low, ruined wall. At one side of it, we're putting down suppressing fire, so one of our sister platoons can ambush one building. So basically, they put down firepower this way and keep the enemy down, whilst keeping cover from this side. We came in and attacked from this side, took our building. Then we got into a position. We got some men here, some here, some here. We're putting firepower on the next building so that the next team can come in and take that building. And they put the firepower down so that the first team can then take their building. And whilst we're sat behind this wall, there's a tower in the middle. The enemy had gone up that, and I actually spotted somebody coming in, and I actually went, corporal, enemy, tower, floor 3. And he just looked over. Actually, before I even said the enemy, I looked over, saw him, actually grabbed my corporal and dragged him to the ground. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, I've seen enemy up in the tower, corporal. Oh, all right, yeah, good drills. Because that's something we were told is quite often, section commanders and platoon officers and such, they get really into it and they'll be out poking, trying to see where the enemy is, trying to see what's going on. And if we see the enemy and it's a threat to the higher ups, you grab them, drag them down, keep them alive, because they'll be more appreciative that you've kept them alive than if you say nothing and they get shot, obviously. So put down, you congratulate them, like, yeah, enemy tower, floor 3. So, alright, yeah, radios it in. And we have to change the plan and attack this bloody tower and do room clearance as well. Oh, room clearance is great. I love room clearance. There's something we call fibula, fighting in built-up areas, and a bit of fiwaf, fighting in woodland areas. Oh, fighting in forested areas. Yeah, fiwaf. Forest. Fiwaf or fiwaf? Fiwaf. It's fighting in woodland forest areas. Oh, yeah, fiwaf, fighting and for woodland and forest. So it's all. I say it's fun and game, but the training is fun. But doing it for when you're actually doing these exercises, you absolutely hate it. We've like people that do paintballing or air soft and stuff like that. When you're doing room-to-room clearances and you think, yeah, this is great, firing your rounds off, or you get shot, oh, that's great. Put your hands up, you walk away. For us, it is a pain, a massive, massive pain. Even though you enjoy that stuff, I won't say you're going to enjoy military lifestyle. Because when we're out there and you're doing like a week in the field, that's the longest you do for a training. Well, actually, the end is 2 weeks, but it's in 2 different fields. You're out in a field, you're sleeping out there. Doesn't matter what the weather's like, it can be absolutely slinging it down. You're still staying out there. You'll get absolutely soaked when you're out doing patrols and attacks and such. You come back in, get under your poncho, the ground's damp, your clothes are soaked, you're taking your wet layers off. We have to put it between like a waterproof bag and our sleeping bags. Or is it under the waterproof layer? Might be under. No, it's telling me, yeah, her episode's pretty much ended. So we're going to waste. I'll keep going anyway, because we've got store and we've got balls. Yeah, you have to take your wet kit off, put it under there, you get changed to your dry kit so that you're not shivering. And you get inside your sleeping bag, and essentially you're trying to like warm that area up between your insulated raw mat and your sleeping bag, which, because that insulation layer is to stop the ground from stealing the heat off you. You're trying to keep, whilst that area is going to be really warm, you're trying to like dry your clothes out without wearing them so you're not start shivering. Then as soon as that order comes in, oh yeah, you've got 10 minutes and then we're heading out. Guess what? You're taking your dry clothes back off, putting them in your wet bags, you're storing them away, and then you've got to put all your wet gear back on. Because it's a lot better to have wet clothing that's going back out in the rain, and then for you to take your dry clothing, get that then soaked, and then have to come back and have 2 sets of wet clothing. At least you've got a little bit of comfort whilst you're in your area. The only annoyance is if you get bugged out. So I will say this to all soldiers that are doing this. When you're doing your exercise, going into training. If you're doing your training now, when it comes to your tactical training and you're coming towards the end of it, so that's infantry, that'd be phase 2 soldiers. And I guess it can happen in phase 1. You'll understand when you're building up, because during your phase 1 you will learn how to do bug out drills. When that happens, you learn your bug out drills, you're going to get bugged out. It's going to happen, it has to happen, so you can learn to do it. When you come to that second to last night of your exercise, do not do wet dry drills. Ever. Stay in your wet clothes, get in your sleeping bag. Yes, your sleeping bag's going to get damp, but there's no point, because you're going to have your dry clothes on. Yeah, you're nice, you're comfy. And if it's slinging it down still, you're going to get out of that comfort zone. You're going to go out and get bugged out. Your dry clothes are now going to get soaked. And when you get to the new harbour area, you are going to be freaking soaked. You are going to be soaked in both sets of clothes. So my recommendation is, on your last night, wear your wet clothes. You're going to get bugged out, so wear your wet clothes. When you get bugged out, you're still wearing your wet clothes, and only do this if it's raining still. If it's stopped raining, it's dry now, and you're expecting dry weather, swap to your dry clothes. But then when you get bugged out, you're still in your wet clothes. You'll go out in the rain. You're still going to get wet. You get to the new harbour area, your hasty harbour area. Set your ponchos up and that. Get all your DOS bags in. Then get changed. Now you're dry for the rest of the shift. Then obviously you finish off that night you get up early the next morning and then you go attack an enemy position. That's like your second and third exercises. I actually think the built-up area one is exercise 2 now. Exercise 3 is the big attack where you've got to fight up a bloody hill, and it's bloody a nightmare. Also, it's the one where I can guarantee to you on the patrol coming back from the final attack, your corporal is going to get blown up, just so that your second in command gets a chance to take over and show that they can step up as a Lance Corporal. Anyway, we've been recording for 35 minutes now. I'm going to say that's good enough for now then. Obviously, we got one Larvitar out of that. That speeds things up. I'm hoping that Larvitar egg we got was female. And then that means the Larvitars are now done. Oh, daycare man. It's another Larvitar egg. 50-50 chance one of those is going to be female. We're also hoping that one of those fairies had Moonstone we caught. But we'll deal with that next episode. We'll probably do a part B, and we'll get some admin done. But until then, guys, we'll turn the thing back on so we don't waste time. So until then, guys, take care, and I will see you all next time. Bye!